Good morning, guys. We are pranking Mike today. He's not here yet. I set up camera here, over there, and a GoPro here. I need to check on Luke. He is basically looking if he's in the parking lot already. We basically can watch live what he's doing or not, if he ever shows up. Which entrance he's taking. You wanna see?
Go ahead. Somebody else?
Yeah, we did. She's called Michelle too. Pretty, huh?
Oh.
Broke it.
Nothing.
Yes, you did. See? Clean desk. A lot of cables now. New toys. Happy Mike. Not being fired.
Not yet. Still working on it.
Today.
Good afternoon, guys. Well, good. Yeah, it's okay, I guess. I don't like when people ask me how you're doing because they don't actually want to know how you're doing. It's just a courtesy, and I sometimes find it funny to just say I'm awful and just see how their reaction is, or start an entire conversation about how you're actually doing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people really don't want to know, but it's just funny how their reaction is. I mean, they asked me how I felt. And I'm not the best when it comes to saying how I feel in general, because I want to think that there is still sort of a barrier between me and the rest of the world. Also because I vlog and I already share a lot of stuff with you guys, which is indirectly everyone else that I don't directly speak to, because I'm surprised sometimes like how much some people know without me actually talking to them. It's really weird, but I should not be surprised actually, because I've been doing this for at least 4 years now. And it has happened before that I met someone and they already knew more about me than I would expect them to. I have to admit though that I have Facebook or Googled someone because I didn't know them other than their face or their name. And I'm supposed to know them, if you know what I mean. And yes, it has happened to me before that I have honestly no clue who this person was. And I looked afterwards and was like, oh shit, I should have known this person. I feel kind of bad now. And it's kind of weird how that works with fame nowadays. It's a really weird thought that people are able to do that nowadays. You know what? Tell me in the comments if you have actually done the same thing, that you have looked someone up afterwards or during the moment that you were meeting them, and then sort of used that information to gain something.
I annoyed Jurre because I had this panic attack, anxiety, and I just wanted to talk to him. It was crazy. I have had that for a couple of days now. It is annoying. It's almost like panicking. Like, oh my God, I'm old and time is rushing and you're there and we are all gonna die. And it wasn't that we are all gonna die. It's just like, sometimes you don't see the other end. You're just in this thing, and I think I was semi-sleeping and then awake, and I was just terrified. So at some point I fell asleep, but I slept like 3 hours or so. Accordingly, I'm tired right now. We had a insurance meeting right now for our health insurance. And surprisingly, I didn't fall asleep. I was awake the whole time, but other people around me, they were so tired. I actually heard snoring. I looked at the guy, but he seemed awake, so I can't tell if he was fake awake or what happened. Good thing is, because I was in so early, I can leave earlier, and I might actually take a 2-hour nap, pack my things, do some editing, and then go to bed. I should sleep latest 10 o'clock, so that gives me about 5 hours to go home. God, is 10 enough? Okay, I'm getting tired, I should drive. We'll talk later. The other day I saw a pothole crew filling up potholes, and I was wondering if they ever will come here. And yesterday they were here and they actually did a decent job. It's still terrible, but at least the holes are not like, whatever, 2 feet deep.
I have actually had a couple of times that people with friends would come up to me, or if I was with someone that had that status of being famous, that they were asked, like, hey, can you take a photo with me? And the friend was like, I have no idea who this person is, but apparently he or she's either famous or has done something amazing. I guess it will just go in the photo too, because hell, you know what happens. And then afterwards asked that other friend, like, who was that? And why were you fangirling over this person?
While I was gone, they actually planted a couple of things, like those green things and those green things. And guess what we got? Winter ugliness. Seriously, the guys over there do have green ones too. I didn't really want to bring the bettas into work, so I bought those betta blockers. No, betta blocks. It's that turquoise thing there and here. I just broke one in half. Should be fine. Apparently it starts dissolving and the food rises up, whatever. We'll see. If they're dead when I'm coming back, I have to sue them. I don't think so. They should survive for 3 days. You're pretty. I like your color right now. What about you, mister? Oh yeah, there. Puffy is back. Yeah, let's fight. Let's fight. Woo, I'm pretty. Do you know that state when you're so tired that when you touch yourself, you don't really feel anything anymore? Yeah, I reached that point. And I completely forgot that I put that, there we go, in the fridge yesterday. It's kind of too late. It's almost gone, but why not? It's still there a tiny bit. Not sure if that actually works. We'll see. But I haven't worn contacts in about a week or so. Even longer. 1.5 weeks. Yeah.
What I've heard from Sarah, apparently the prank went pretty well. I will have to wait just like you guys to see the footage myself, but she had set up like 3 cameras, so there has to be at least one angle that's perfect. I'm very curious to see how it turned out. Apparently, Mike was pretty much flabbergasted and he believed it for at least 20 seconds that there was something really wrong with the situation where he just walked into. So yeah, I'm excited. It was a good prank, and I'm very curious what will happen in retaliation, because knowing Mike, he will come up with something really good in return. It's actually kind of a cool experiment to see with office pranks, like how people react, especially because you work with a lot of different kind of people and you don't necessarily bond with everyone. I know that I actually had like 1 or 2 coworkers that I love to work with because they're sort of my kind of people. And it's always fun to see how certain people react in certain situations, because I know like Mike is a kind of person that sees a joke in everything, and he's able to play it off as a joke at least. But you have no idea if he would actually freak out over what he sees. That does actually make me kind of interested in your stories. So if you have any awesome pranks that you have received or done yourself, let them down in the comments, and maybe they inspire some future ideas if Mike really comes up with a retaliation plan for what Luke and Sarah did today. I'm very interested. I like to think that my Google image search photo for a stock family portrait was the little bit that pushed it to make it look real. If not, I just still stick with that.